Before the rockets, before Tesla, before billions, Elon Musk was just a quiet kid in South Africa who lived mostly inside his own mind. While other kids played outside, he read encyclopedias for hours, taught himself programming, and got lost in ideas about space, energy, and the future. At just 12 years old, he built and sold his first video game. But this wasn't the moment he became rich. It was just the first clue. He wasn't thinking like a normal kid. Elon moved to North America with a simple idea. If I'm going to build something huge, it won't happen here. He studied, struggled, and experimented. But the real turning point comes when he drops out of Stanford University after just 2 days. Not because he failed, but because the internet was becoming very popular. And he believed this is where the future money is going to be made. Together with his brother Kimball, Musk builds his first real company, Zip2, a software company that helped newspapers move online. They had no luxury office, no big investors at first. Musk literally slept in the office at times and showed it at a gym nearby. It was chaos. They were building something that barely existed at the time. Most people didn't even understand why it mattered. But slowly, newspapers started paying attention. In 1999, something changed everything. A tech giant buys Zip2 for around $300 million. Elon's share was about $22 million. This is the first moment everything shifts. He went from sleeping in offices to suddenly having millions at 28. Most people would stop here. Maybe buy a house, relax, enjoy life. But Elon did something different. He reinvested almost everything, because in his mind, this is not enough to change the world. With his Zip2 money, he launches a new idea, X.com. The idea was banking, but on the internet. In 1999, people didn't trust online banking yet, but Musk believed money would go digital, banks would become software, and transactions would happen instantly online. So he built X.com and poured in millions. The startup grew so fast, but it's messy. They experienced technical fights, leadership conflicts, chaos inside the company. Then something even bigger happens. X.com merges with another company called Confinity. Confinity had a killer product, PayPal, easy online money transfers. At first, there's tension. Two visions collided. X.com wants full digital banking. Confinity wants simple payments. But eventually, PayPal wins the direction, and Elon is pushed out of leadership. Most people saw this as a failure, but he still owned a huge share of the company, and that decision changes everything later. In 2002, eBay buys PayPal for $1.5 billion. Elon's payout was about $165 million. Now he has hundreds of millions, credibility, and something more important, freedom to take insane risks. Most people would stop here and retire, but Elon was just getting started. He took his PayPal money and splits it into multiple business ideas that looked impossible. SpaceX. Elon Musk wasn't interested in building another internet company. He wanted to solve a much bigger problem, space. In 2002, he founded SpaceX with a goal that sounded impossible: make traveling to space dramatically cheaper. At the time, governments were spending large amounts of money to launch rockets. Most experts believed only national space agencies like NASA could succeed in this industry. But Elon disagreed. He believed rockets should be reusable. He believed humanity should eventually become a multi-planet species. And he believed that one day, people could live on Mars. Of course, to almost everyone, it sounded crazy. Around the same time, Musk made another investment, a bet on electric cars. Today, electric vehicles are everywhere. But back then, almost nobody believed they could compete with gasoline cars. Electric cars were seen as slow, expensive, and impractical. Most major car companies weren't taking them seriously. Elon Musk saw an opportunity. He invested heavily in Tesla and eventually became its CEO. His vision wasn't just to build a successful car company. It was to force the entire automotive industry to move toward electric vehicles. At the time, critics laughed, but years later, nearly every major car manufacturer would follow the path Tesla helped create. Neuralink. Musk started looking at another challenge: the human brain. He founded Neuralink with an ambitious goal: to build technology that allows computers and the human brain to communicate directly. The idea sounds like science fiction, but the mission is real. The company is developing brain-computer interfaces that could help people with certain medical conditions and, in the long term, potentially create new ways for humans to interact with technology. Whether it succeeds or not, it shows a pattern that has followed Elon Musk throughout his entire career. He doesn't look for easy problems. He looks for problems most people think are impossible. These companies sounded unrealistic. Most people thought he would lose everything, and at some points, he almost did. There were moments when SpaceX rocket launches failed multiple times. Tesla almost went bankrupt. Investors doubted everything. At one point, Musk was spending his last money trying to keep his companies alive. He wasn't comfortably rich anymore. He was risking everything again. Then things start to change. SpaceX finally succeeds with rocket launches. Tesla proves electric cars can sell globally. Both companies start scaling massively. The world slowly realized these impossible ideas are actually working. Then investors rushed in, and the company values exploded. As Tesla and SpaceX grew, stock value rose massively. Ownership stakes made Musk extremely wealthy. His multiple companies expanded at once. As of June 2026, SpaceX market value has surged above $2 trillion, reaching roughly $2.6 to $2.9 trillion during trading. That has made SpaceX one of the most valuable companies in the world. You see, Elon Musk's wealth came from owning companies that became global giants. This also solidifies the importance of having multiple streams of income. Today, Elon Musk's wealth is tied to Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and others. And depending on valuations, his net worth has reached historic levels, placing him among the most financially powerful individuals in modern history. Most people think Elon Musk became rich because he built electric cars, but the bigger story is that he risked everything on humanity becoming a spacefaring civilization. For years, that risk looked insane. Then suddenly, what looked impossible no longer looked impossible. He became rich from repeatedly risking everything on ideas people thought were insane and refusing to stop even when everything collapsed. And to you watching this video, take that risk today and don't give up when things look like they are falling apart.